We recently bought this beautiful 8-acre property with our own private lake with the goal of turning it into our epic DIY project home base for our RV. And now, well guys, we failed our first building department inspection.
We failed, guys. Dang, guys, so stupid.
But don't worry, we're gonna tell you exactly how it happened. Oh gosh!
Oh yeah!
And what this means for the future of this project. So when we purchased this property, we thought it was vacant land. But then Craig got all inspectory and started walking through the woods and we started clearing stuff out.
I don't know if that's how it happened, but there did happen to be first we found a well, so we got a well on the property, and then we found a power pole over here.
But of course, there's no power at the power pole.
No.
Obviously.
And we gotta get a bunch of stuff inspected and stuff to even get it turned on.
So that's what we're working on.
So we can there's 2 ways to get the power turned on out here right now. The easiest and quickest way, which we want the quickest because we have a goal of trying to get this big old massive pile of tree burned. We want to burn it, but we don't want to do that without having water out here. And since we already have a well, all we gotta do is get the power turned on and we'll have water. So the one way to get it turned on is basically just, and now you take it away, Victoria.
We can do what's called a service upgrade since there's already a power pole in place, but it's been off for a few years. It has to be inspected in order for the electric company to turn it back on. I'm walking over here to the power pole so we can kind of show you guys. It's literally in the woods, but you just apply for a permit for the service upgrade, which is to have it connected to the well. It will be just to have the well connected. We can't connect like our RV or anything like that to it. To do our RV power permit, that will come later and we have to have our septic installed first. But check this out. Here is we've already cleared it out some. But there it is. Power pole in the woods. It's more obvious now, but there used to be a lot more trees right here. There's just 2 major problems that we need to tend to before they come out to do this inspection. One, I would like for them to be able to get to the power pole without going through the woods. I think that'll make the inspection a little bit easier to pass. And 2, the power to the well needs to not be run like this, which is how it is currently run, just on top of the ground over to the well, because that's definitely not gonna pass.
Got a brick.
Oh yeah, there are some cinder blocks there, a whole pile of them.
So step 1 is to use the grapple and the bush hog to clear this area and make it nice and clean as possible.
If you're wondering how did we know what to do to get the power turned on and what steps to take and what forms to fill out, we just called the building department, which is what I definitely highly advise you to do if you're in this boat, because each county and state is going to be a little bit different with their process. We are fortunate that our building department is super helpful. I called, explained what we need to do. They walked us through all the steps. She emailed the forms. We had to get our 911 address verified because apparently in this area prior to Hurricane Michael, everything was just like up in the air. The addresses didn't match. So now they're working hard to make sure all the addresses match in the systems. It all is a bit of a process and you're obviously going to be paying those permit fees. Ours is going to be $79 for the service upgrade to get the power turned on for our well. And it'll be another $79 when we need the power turned on for our septic. It's the cost of developing property, I guess.
Now for hand tools.
We do have, like, right on the other side of this property is another person's property. It's only another person's property around us. So we want to leave kind of a buffer just for some privacy hedges. That will clear up a little bit more by hand.
Yeah, I think we're just going to
a little path,
make a little
right?
walkway here.
Yeah.
Kind of. So get rid of like these couple.
Yeah. So, and any that you not. This is a bit of a problem with the bush hog. Is
yeah, like this one it couldn't get.
Well, not that. It doesn't make clean edges because it like knocks little ones down. So you do have to come around with some shears and clean it up if you want a nice looking edge. Can't believe that this thing used to be like completely covered by woods.
No, it was
like we couldn't even see it when we first walked on the property. cut that one.
Good job, I think.
It's pretty thick. What's crazy is that you know they didn't install this in the woods. So all of this popped up in like, well, I guess it's probably been about 7 years. But still.
A lot better.
Yeah. Wow, some of these vines, they don't feel like they're getting attached. Okay, what do we got here?
I don't really know, man. They ran. Holy smokes. We're gonna have to undo this all and redo it. Why'd they do
what the
this?
heck is, why is it just like?
I don't know what they got going on.
Step 1 complete. We got it cleared out. This is looking good. Step 2.
I think we're gonna get rid of all the wires.
Except for the one going to the pump.
Except for that one. We'll leave the pump, but it looks like they have it spliced into something else and all kinds. I don't know what they got going on. A lot of times it's just easier to start over when it's something like this.
You already got it taken apart.
Yeah. It looks
fast.
just as bad on the inside as it does on the outside. They have a couple right here that they just snipped off, so I don't know what they were going to. I guess this guy at some point. This is the well one right here, so it goes up and comes into here. Minimize our trips, which will use up too much time going too many times to the store. We're gonna dig the trench first, measure how much wire, conduit, anything that we might need, and then we'll go grab all the tools and figure out the rest of that. It's not the right shovel, guys.
This is our only shovel we have.
Oh no, I know we ain't gonna be able to do it. It has to be buried 24 inches deep if it's just buried in the ground, and then it only has to be 18 inches deep if it's in conduit.
All right, there's 1.5 inches.
It's going a little bit better than I thought it would.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay guys, we just found our first stopping point.
Why'd you say something? Oh.
What is
that?
No.
Oh, there it is. So as we explore this property more, we're learning more and more about it. Obviously, we discovered there's power. There's little spigots in different places, so there's pipes run all over. So digging the trench, Craig found a pipe that obviously is this spigot over here running to the pump house. So we moved his trench over a little bit, but then we discovered another pipe going off to the neighboring property, which this property used to all be one property, so it makes sense for at one point that appeared like it had already been shut off. And this line is pressurized, I guess, from just before, but there's not any power going to it, so it would eventually run out. But we're just gonna leave it for now until we can get the power turned back on. Eventually, we'll probably have to do something about the fact that the pipes going from the pump house to the different spigots are apparently only buried like 4 inches deep. Those are, I don't know, not really deep enough, but we'll figure it out down the road at some point. Craig's working really hard, but we only have one shovel, so I'm basically been useless, but it's lunchtime now, lunch break. Craig's tired. He's making good progress though.
My back. Okay.
All right, y'all, Craig has been working hard on this trench. Too hard. But we've got it about 24 inches deep, like we're supposed to. Yep. Right at 2 feet. He's using the tractor to loosen it up and then finish digging it out. But we have decided that the next trench we have to dig will be dug by a rented trencher. This is too much work. Now Craig's gonna be sore.
I just used a whole day.
And he used a whole day. So Anyways, we did it so that you don't have to. Rent the trencher. Starting to get dark here, but look at us go. We're wrapping it up here. Made it to the electric box. We'll be picking this back up tomorrow. We went to the building department this morning and we pulled our first permit ever.
It was a lot easier than I would have thought also.
It was not bad. $77 got us our electric permit, electric well service permit, and they're going to come out and inspect it tomorrow, which means we have to actually finish it today so that we can then tell the power company it has been inspected, it passed, fingers crossed it passes, and then they can actually turn the power back on to the power pole that's here. We also got all the supplies.
Yep, hopefully. I think we do.
Yeah.
I feel like that never happens. So
Well, we tried to get all the supplies
we
from
think we
Ace.
have it all.
What is first? Get the conduit in place?
No.
Unwire stuff?
Yeah, on wire check, make sure there ain't no power going to anything.
That's right. We brought the voltmeter.
If we turn it on. One volt.
Is that just residual power or something?
Yeah. All right, we're good.
So they did have a 30 amp setup here at some point, but we don't have our permit for that, so we're just undoing the wires and we're going to put some wire nuts on the top of them and leave them in the box, and I guess hope that's okay.
All right, so we got everything disconnected. All we gotta do now is get the conduit out, measure it, put the conduit up, run the wire through. All right, now we need to figure out where these wires go and what one's which.
Okay. Now one of those is the well itself, and one of them...
I just want to make sure everything actually runs over here.
Yeah, and one of them is to the outlets, I believe.
So they poured a little concrete base, but they didn't run the wires through anything to protect them from it or anything. So the wires are concreted into the base. So I'm gonna have to dig here and find the wires and cut them, and then we can hopefully pull them out.
But it is kind of nice that it's on concrete, I guess.
Yeah.
We found one, but we're looking for the other one. It's down there somewhere. Okay, new plan. Some of the wire is stuck in the ground and it's there to stay, and we're not about to dig another trench looking for it. So we're cutting our losses, taking the wire that we can. We'll use what we can, and then go buy more wire if we need to. So the wire we're using is direct burial wire, which means it doesn't have to be in the conduit.
Well, you gotta be 24 inches deep.
So we put the conduit to get in the ground. That way when you're like weed eating, lawn mowing around stuff,
Yeah, to make it a lot better.
you don't accidentally hit your wire. So if you got bends in your conduit, it ain't going through, huh?
Not easily.
We won't be able to test it until they turn the power on. Having this plug by the pump is going to give us a place to charge our batteries, like the Milwaukee batteries, so that will be a big help.
For a little while. Until we get power over there in the shipping container.
Yeah. So the wire pit we picked up is 10 gauge wire, which is a little bigger than what they had, which was 12 gauge, but we want to run an extra line in the trench because we may potentially want to run some, like a mini split or something on the shipping container one day. And we don't want to have to redig this trench. So. All right, our well wire.
Almost done.
Almost. Oh, okay, there's plenty of room to move it up and down. We're going to need the flathead screwdriver. This is our pump, so let's go into this double breaker at the top. All right. Are we done? I mean, we're done hooking everything up.
I think so. We just gotta cover this all back up.
Yeah. Now we just gotta fill in our trench, but that's a job for the tractor. If you can't tell, we really, really like having this tractor. It makes a lot of jobs a lot easier. Even though Craig did have to dig the trench by hand, that was not easy. We can fill it up with the tractor. Well guys, we failed our first building department inspection.
We failed, guys. I guess we gotta add, dang, it's so stupid. We gotta add a little fitting that goes on the top of here that attaches it to the box.
Disapproved. We didn't even know they had come out. We were still waiting.
So we have to have a little thing that goes around here and connects this pipe basically to the housing.
So we thought we were doing good. We got conduit. We knew we didn't have the little washer because we didn't know what size to get. We were gonna add it later but it just seemed like it was for looks or something. I didn't know the locking washer was required, which, you know, that's what happens when you do stuff you never done before. You learn a few things along the way.
Plan is to just use this bigger pipe. We're gonna take all this out and just slide the bigger pipe over this. We'll cut this one down, I don't know, down here somewhere so you can't really see it from looking in. And then just slide this one over the top. And then it will be buried in the ground over the top of this one, and we have the parts that connect it up here.
And the reason why we had to do that is because there was no, in the store, there was no reducer bushing thing so that we could make this fit into that.
Yeah.
So.
Although we could have probably found a pipe that was 2-inch outside diameter instead of going a 2-inch inside diameter, which made the pipe a lot bigger. But it'll work.
We were talking to the guy at Ace, and this was not the first time he's heard of this being an issue. And like, he said he had a reducer that was PVC, but he said that wouldn't pass either. It has to be, he said something that often comes up with people is that it has to be the Schedule 40 electrical conduit. This is very much going to be a learning process as we develop this property. Hi, this is Victoria Shelton. I was just calling to try to schedule a re-inspection of our electric pole for our well service. It's back together. We've got our male adapter and Loctite washer.
I was worried that we didn't move this box over far enough for this pipe, but
it worked out.
Worked out.
Looks good.
Good enough.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
They're gonna probably tell us we need one of these.
Oh my gosh. The inspection people are here right now. I think Craig's gonna go talk to them. Well guys, we passed our electric inspection.
So now we can get power on, right?
Yeah, we gotta go up to the power place today.
I guess let's do that.
Yeah, he said he was about to call it in. So
we'll give it an hour and go out there and see if
yeah, and then just try to get it all taken care of. Yeah.
Then we can start burning all this junk. Holy smokes, we can burn our RV, we can burn
the RV.
The woods.
You know.
We can burn the lake.
Let's hope we don't burn anything.
The concrete.
That we're not supposed to.
These concrete steps just sitting here.
Those are not gonna burn. He was like, you're not supposed to have your RV hooked up to it. I see you got an RV hook up here. We're like, we didn't put that in. That was already there. We disconnected it.
Yeah, it's actually not even connected in there, and I did that just in case.
Yeah, because we were only trying to get the well on so we can burn some stuff.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Nice. So we just got done at the power place. I don't know what it's really called, some kind of co-op, which is spelled coop. And and they're turning the power on. So we got power on. Now we can finally we can clean up the other big pile of stuff. I think we should hear this pump come on when we flip some breakers.
Okay.
I hope I hear the pump, because if we don't hear the pump, that means the pump's probably broken, so.
On.
All right.
Oh.
Perfect.
It's on.
It's working.
I don't think either of us actually expected it to turn on.
So I think we let that run and fill up, and then we'll come back and check the pressure. We also have a water hose somewhere we could connect.
It is building up some pressure. Right now
it don't seem like
35.
it's really moved any.
Look at it. Water coming from our well with our electricity. Oh my gosh. Can you guys see that? Oh, it's a nasty looking water.
Look at that. That's gross.
You can tell it's like kind of brown. I don't know if you guys
we just
can
need
tell.
to run it for a while.
Oh, that's disgusting. We are pretty sure this is a shallow well, and we have plans to eventually get deep well drilled that will hook up to our RV and stuff like that. But for keeping fires under control, dirty water will work for that too. Okay, it wasn't actually putting any water in this canister. So maybe we need to prime the well. I feel like that's something I've heard about somewhere. You need to do some Googling.
Top of the pump and fill the pump housing with water until it is completely full. Once the pump is full, replace. It's got water in it. All right. So there's water in the back of the pump. So I feel like the line in the back has water in it and the pump has water in it, but this is completely empty. I also think all the water lines throughout the property are empty for the most part. So it's going to send water.
Yeah, it's gravity, so it's going to go.
Water to all them. So we shut this valve off. I think we just turn it on now and see if it starts to fill up. It sounds like there's water going in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that feels definitely getting more full.
I guess let's just try run it until it like turns off, right?
Yeah.
While we're waiting, let's see if our outlet works. 120 volts.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
So yesterday the pump never shut off by itself. We were working on some other stuff, continued to let it fill up, and it just kept running and running. But we had to turn it off and leave because we had other stuff to do. But we're back at it again today, and the pump's running again. And I guess we're just gonna sit here and wait and see if it ever turns off.
Anyway, I'm about to go pull some of this pile out, make a smaller pile, and set that pile on fire.
So the pump never shut off, and we discovered that the contacts here on the pressure switch were getting stuck. We were able to like kind of reset it and get it to turn off, and then it would kick back on, but it wouldn't kick back off again. And consensus is with these little contacts, when they start sticking, it's kind of just best to go ahead and replace the pressure switch. It's only like 38 bucks for a whole new pressure switch, so we're gonna replace this whole entire thing here. Take a picture of the wires so that we don't forget where they were. Craig doesn't know I'm doing this. He is over there stoking the fire with more debris. But I've watched him do this a number of times. The power's off, obviously. Make sure you turn your well power off before you work on it. This is 230 volts, I think. It will light you up. Tips on the wire. Not sure if we need to take this one off first or that one. This is going to need to screw in to there.
You fixing it?
I was going to, I know how, but I just don't know how to get it off.
Dang. This is gonna be great, Nelson. Victoria's trying to fix the water pump.
I got this. I just have to figure out how to get this off and how to unscrew this so I can put the new one on.
I would do what you're doing, but with a flathead screwdriver.
That's what I figured, but I didn't want to
With a flathead.
I know. Go get me a flathead.
I don't know where you put them all.
They're all just right inside there. You do my job, I do your job. You gotta run and get everything.
On the phone,
And a hammer.
I had to pull out all of our piping. We used some kind of weird pipe. Can't even find it.
I was wondering if that would happen. What do I do?
Here's that part.
It's gonna let it all out. We're gonna have to prime the well again.
Put it on.
Okay. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
No, why'd you say that?
I know, it's gonna play back.
I'm just gonna let it all out. We need to spin this round because it won't go on, the hole won't line up, so we gotta spin it around the other way. Oh, that's weird. Look, like this is how the original one, this is the original one, and it's like, it's on the other side. It's like opposite. That's weird. That is not what I expected the inside to be like. Anyways, we're spinning it around. Hopefully that didn't break it. Okay, does it fit? Now. Nice. Okay, now let's get this little thingy-majig spun back on there. Now, we can connect all the wires back up. I know the green wire connected here. Okay, this part, we have the pump wire back up to it. And now we're gonna put these wires back through.
All right, how's it going?
It's going, I'm almost got it wired back up. Crazily enough.
Did it scare you?
No. Both look white.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's not. One's black. It's just like got white paint on it or something. So that was kind of fun looking at the pictures, trying to figure out.
What one's got white paint on it?
This one. It's actually black. And that one's actually white, I guess. So, but from this angle, they're both white. So that's stupid, huh?
And you're sure you got it right now?
I'm pretty sure. I compared all my pictures I had. Okay. Now we're going to prime this pump again. Oh, and we have to replace this because this is also broken, the pressure gauge. Okay. Hoo-ah. This around. I don't know where else we're supposed to get water from because this is the well. But we can't run the well till we prime it. So we filled it with lake water. Oh, just like that. Put a little bit of plumber's tape around it because the one that I took off had plumber's tape around it. You can see the pressure. That seems like a good spot. I think we're ready to turn it on. I think I'll leave you here. I'm gonna go turn the breaker on, and that way if it explodes or catches on fire, you'll get to see it. I'm feeling pretty good about it though. Feeling pretty good. Oh, I heard it turn on. Let's investigate. Does it seem like it's working? Oh, we got pressure. I think it's actually working this time. The other one was definitely broke. It's building pressure fast. We're almost up to 50. Ah, and it turned off by itself. That means I fixed it. It's fixed. Lucky day, we needed a new pressure switch, and I put it on. Look at me go. Now we're gonna cover this up because got a little water in it. Shake that out real quick. We're gonna cover this up because you do not want to touch this again. It's a lot of electricity. Yay! I fixed it. I turned it on.
I won't believe you until it turns on and shuts off.
Okay, okay. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got the breaker on?
Yeah, the breaker's on. It's taking a while. Gotta let a bunch of water out. What does it say the pressure is?
Just under 40.
Okay, we should be we're going. We're going. Wait there. You gotta get the full experience.
I think this is the most mechanical thing you've done.
Yeah, I would say.
That's
so.
pretty good, and you didn't even get shocked.
I didn't even get, I really went big or go go home for my first electrical project.
Yeah, that would have
there.
just probably killed you. 240 volts.
That's
Realistically, you'd probably, I don't know, it depends on what you touch, but you most likely would only got 110 of it. 120, whatever it is.
Should be soon.
Did it fill up pretty quick?
Yeah, it filled up real quick.
Weird.
The other one was broke.
But it shouldn't have affected how fast the pump worked.
There we go. Okay, turn the water off.
Did it vibrate like that to you?
Like
the pressure
what?
gauge?
Oh yeah. It looked crazy. It did do that.
But it's filling up so fast. The amount of pressure we probably had in this thing.
That's why it exploded off the back.
Yeah.
And we didn't even show you guys that. We had a whole thing yesterday. Just don't worry about it. We fixed it.
Are you kidding me?
Look at that. High five.
Pretty
we did
good.
that.
You did it. Good job.
Yesterday, maybe I got some pics I can show you guys. Yesterday, we let this thing run. You know, ChatGPT steered me wrong because we were like, pump won't turn off. It keeps running. Is that normal? And it's like, oh, if it was empty, it might run for a while. And it kept being like, it could run for a while. So we let it run for a while and a while and a while and a while. Way too long. All of a sudden we heard, pow! And then we came over here and this pipe that goes down into the well had exploded off of this, literally exploded off. So we ended up having to take the whole piece of pipe out of the ground. It had how much pipe in the ground?
30.
30 feet. It also, the pipe was a weird size. I know you guys aren't gonna believe us, but it said it was 1 1/4, but it wasn't 1 1/4.
It's some kind of weird thin-walled Schedule 40, which is weird.
But it wasn't that thin. It's this.
It is this. So on these things though, it's like the 1120. I don't think that's what we just added.
It is.
It was 1120?
It is, yeah, it literally had the same words on the
who
side.
are this dang?
I don't know. You guys aren't gonna believe us, but I will tell you, we went to Ace. The guy at Ace, he's a pretty good expert. He's helped us with a lot of stuff.
It was put in
20,
the pipe was made in 2016, so it's not even like that old.
I have no clue then.
Yeah, I don't know.
No clue.
It's so strange that nothing fits it though.
So we just replaced this whole thing, did a new one, put a new pressure switch on, and now it works.
Yeah, we're good. We got water now. I can pressure wash something now.
Yeah. And it fills up quick.
I think I've made an impact on the pile on the other side now. I've been pulling some of the bigger logs out and just setting them to the side because they're not going to burn, clearly.
No, clearly. That one's been there, not burning for a while. We can make firewood or something.
That's what I was going to do, is just cut them up and chop them up. But I'm off to take limbs off of like that big one right there and then start pulling some of these bigger ones out.
Nice. Nice, okay, we're both making progress. When we were first trying to figure out what to do with this huge debris pile, it was pretty dry out. There weren't any burn bans or anything like that, but we were better safe than sorry, you know, when it comes to stuff like that. So we waited until it was a little less dry, especially after finding out how much a dumpster rental was going to be. We decided we were not going to do that and just waited for a less dry time for the much more cost-effective method of burning it. Mulching it was another thing we explored. We looked at the cost of renting mulchers, but for the size we would have needed, it would have been pretty expensive. And you guys, we're already spending a lot of money on tools and things so far. So we're saving where we can. We burned this debris pile. It took us several days, but we did set aside most of our big tree trunks and logs and things like that to potentially use for firewood or maybe even poster poles or something. But we are super excited that we got the power on for our well on this property. That gets us one step closer
to being able to move our RV out here. And if you want to follow along on this journey with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you on the next one.